courtesy of Geno Smith tonight. He had the first series for the Raiders offense. So in comes Aiden O'Connell. But Ashton Jeanty, the rookie running back, still out there. O'Connell from the gun. Looking to the right side to one of his many rookie options. That's Jack Besh, the rookie wide receiver out of TCU. Couldn't hang on. Good defense by Josh Jobe. And there's Aiden O'Connell. Got some starts last season for Las Vegas. Played in 9 games. Can just bring some stability to this Raider team.
Absolutely. Aiden O'Connell, promising young quarterback.
And a nice spin move by Jeanty, but can't get more than that. The Seahawks defense collapses on him. And Drake Thomas leading the way.
Frank Thomas, Mike Morris, this defensive line. Just look at Thomas. Just gets right through the offensive line in the backfield. Forces Jeanty to do something he didn't want to do, right into the arms of Mike Morris. It's a really good play right there by Drake Thomas.
Expect to see a lot of 4-2 tonight. Third-year player out of NC State. 13 tackles in 17 games last season for these Seahawks. 3rd and 9, play clock winding down. O'Connell gets it off, but there's a flag. O'Connell to his tight end. Gets it out past the line. Found Michael Mayer, side end out of Notre Dame. Heel on the goal line for O'Connell. Jeanty still is back. O'Connell has the rookie Dante Thornton Jr. Thornton Jr. brings it in, and that's a first down for Las Vegas.
It's a really good play right there by Dante Thornton Jr. Fast player, threatened. Josh Jobe deep, a little bit of a push off. Works back outside. Aiden O'Connell does a great job putting the ball high and outside, away from the defender.
Yeah, really excited about this rookie out of Tennessee. Led the nation 25.4 yards per catch last year and ran a 4.3. He's 6'5", 205, and they're going right back to him. Seahawks tip that one, and we got a flag on the far side as well. It's Josh Jobe again. They're picking on number 29.
Yeah, they're going. Let's check it out again. Patient at the line of scrimmage. Probably didn't have to open up as much right there. Got him in trouble. It was just a little bit. They could have let it go, Kate.
Right? Just welcome to Seattle.
It's just preseason.
Don't you smack your friends on the cheek every once in a while just to say, hey, good evening?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
All right, so fresh set of downs for O'Connell and the Raiders. The inside handoff to Jeanty. Gets gobbled up by his fellow rookie. That was Eman Wari on the backside, but we got another flag. We were doing so well through the first couple of series. Darn it. It's the nickname, Eman Wari. Watch him. Bottom right of your screen, watch where he goes on his play.
Yeah, just right off the edge right here. Blitzing, we call this a tight corner. A little bit of a hesitation. He thought the quarterback may keep it. And still has the speed and wherewithal to chase down the back. Good play.
Zamir White now in at running back for the Raiders. 2nd down. O'Connell feeling the pressure. He gets away from it and smartly just throws it out of bounds because...
Tyreek Smith. The get off, the hand usage, the turning of the corner, and then right here, right into Mike Moe. Mike Moe puts Aiden O'Connell into the dirt. It's a good play by this defensive line.
Smith's been everywhere so far tonight, though.
And he didn't land on him. That's a really good play.
All right, the officials huddling up. Las Vegas, 3rd and 20. And O'Connell's just going to hand it off to the veteran. He picks up a nice chunky yardage. It's back past the original line of scrimmage before DeAnthony Bell leading the charge for the Seahawks defense. And the punt team back out once again for Las Vegas.
Yeah, I like DeAnthony Bell. The kid has a lot of positional flex, can play inside at the nickel position, can also play safety. Did a good job right there coming up with that tackle. But again, you see this defense making plays, like attacking the offense. That's a staple of a Mike McDonald defense.
And so the interception doesn't hurt because that Seahawks defense, so much continuity, almost everybody back who started last year. And this is one of the best punters in the NFL.
Space.
A.J. Cole, this is Torrey Horton. Makes a couple of guys miss.
Got space.
Makes another miss. All right, so a couple of good moves Only picked up about 5 soon. That's your warning, Seahawks fans.
They grab offensive linemen to allow linebackers to run, you know.
Here's the rookie tight end, Elijah Arroyo, in motion. 2 tight ends set for the Seahawks. And another handoff to Fulani, who looked very good on that first drive. Seahawks started the first drive from their own 13-yard line. Took it all the way down to the Las Vegas 30 before Locke was picked off by back here. 14 seasons, obviously, as head coach of the Seahawks. Locke, nicely done, finding Jake Bobo in a little bit of space, and that's going to be a first down for the Seahawks out to about the 40. As far as quarterback rooms are concerned, you never hope to use the depth. As Locke goes play action here, and pull it down, still a lot of room. Horton makes the catch, but I believe he was out of bounds, and that is indeed the case. But like him looking for his rookie.
He's become a sure-handed receiver for the group of quarterbacks.
First handoff to the rookie running back out of Miami, and this is Damian Martinez. Picked up close to 5 yards, but that might not count.
But now he's in the box. Now he has to encounter guards and fullbacks and things like that. And I think his unique body and build can give him an advantage.
Kalani following his fullback once again. Robbie Oots, but good work by
stands. How to get open. I believe if you take his pads off and just let him run down the football field, you might think he's a wideout, like he's that big, that fluid, that great of an athlete. He's just an easy mover when he's out there on the football field, a willing blocker, and he has hands, Kate, okay? He can catch the football.
FBF best, almost 17 yards per catch last year for Arroyo at the U.
At the U,
at
okay.
Miami.
With that first round of a quarterback now down there in Tennessee. Cam Moore.
And Kalani lost his footing that time, so unable to gain anything, but big 3-3 was right there once again. Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams making a case right now, isn't he? Showing Pete Carroll that he can play at the linebacker level.
It was interesting reading, understandably, we know because we covered Pete for so many years, he played for him, but so many of these defenders who've been all over the league, so excited to latch up with Pete in Las Vegas because they just know what he can do for a defense.
Yeah, Pete's a defensive guy by trade, former defensive coordinator, defensive back, coach.
Let's see if Locke and the Seahawks can break down this defense. Great catch by the tight end, Eric Saubert. And that's going to move the chains, or it should, for the Seahawks once again.
Another good throw by Drew Lock. You see Eric right here just running a little over route, saw some color and stopped. See Drew throw it away from the defender. That's called throwing your guy open. Look at that. That's a play right there. That's a combat catch, contested catch. Good job by Eric bringing it in. You saw him blocking on the edge earlier in the quarter. Now making a big catch.
Yeah, it was with Clint Kubiak in Denver, member of the 49ers last year, and Saubert. 3 more years of experience than the other 4 tight ends combined when it comes to the NFL. Halani with a lot of space. George Halani dives. And they're going to mark him just short. Thought he might have got in. A great block once again by the fullback, Robbie Oots.
Watch number 40, guys. Please watch number 40. Get out the club. Look at that. Look at that. Bottled him up. Robbie Oots. Yes, and then you see George Halani bounce it. Did he get in, Kate? I don't know. That might be a touchdown.
No, it sure looked like
that
it.
Might be a touchdown.
They're spotting at the 1. 23-yard gain. He had a 20-yard pickup. Oh, they're showing the replay.
That might be one.
They're showing the replay.
Come on, Mike. Go ahead and throw it, Mike. He's close to throwing it, Kate. He wants to throw it. There it is.
All right, well, I didn't get to do this in live action, Mike Robb. So Halani dives for the pylon. Touchdown, Seahawks. The touchdown confirmed while we were in break. And that is a 24-yard touchdown scamper for the Boise State Bronco. George Halani and his fellow back, K9, Ken Walker, is loving it.
Yeah, you got to love that, man. Running backs having love for other running backs. George Halani has worked his tail off this training camp. Happy to see him get in the end zone.
That's really good in preseason last year, and was, as I'm sure the Broncos watching, the Boise State Broncos know, was actually ahead of Ashton Jeanty on the depth chart his senior season, understandably. Jason Myers on for the extra points, and that is up and through. So the Seahawks, on their second offensive series, make it happen. Drew Lock leads him down the field. Great push by the offensive line. Robbie Oots, the fullback, with that awesome block. And then Halani 2 20-plus yard runs already here this evening.
And this is what you love about it. Like, George Helani was used heavily on that drive, ended up breaking a run, scoring a touchdown. Now he's back out there on kickoff, okay? You don't get no break in preseason, okay? Now it's time to go out there and try to earn you a job. And that's the great thing about a kid like George Helani. He does everything the coaches ask of him. A hard runner, great in pass protection. And he's a good special teams player. Good job, George.
7 carries for 61 yards. And our first touchdown tonight. All ready for that guy. Second-year man, George Helani. He was mostly on the practice squad for the Seahawks last year. Got called up for 5 games. So most of his time on special teams.
Absolutely. You can't be a depth player and not play special teams.
So Jason Myers sends this one into the end zone. And this year, that knee means it's coming all the way out to the 35-yard line. So that's where the Raiders will start this drive. So what do you think it's so far? Just a couple of series. Clint Kubiak's new zone running scheme offense here in Seattle.
I'll tell you one thing, Kate. This team can run the football.
Yeah.
I mean, they can. Now the scheme has now matched the personnel. I thought Gray Zabel has had a tremendous camp. He had a great, first quarter. I don't know if he's going to continue to play. But when you have an offensive scheme that the defense has to worry about, right? Then it makes you very much tough to defend, because now your quarterback can make plays outside the structure of the play that can be explosive and make defenses stay up all night.
Nice tackle there by Quentin Bohanna, big number 92, who we've heard a lot about in camp for your Seattle Seahawks. No Jaron Reed or Byron Murphy or Leo Williams tonight. So Brandon Peely and Quentin Bohanna, going to keep our eyes on them. Nicely done. 9-2.
Yeah, Bohanna. I held a bag for the D-line drills one time. Dude almost knocked my soul out my body. Okay? He's a strong man, I tell you that.
So no gain on first down. And that's going to be our first quarter.
This is the end of the first quarter.
So good start to year 2 for Mike McDonald and the Seahawks. George Helani led the way all the way into the end zone. Seattle leading Las Vegas 7-0. Last couple of quarters.
Sorry, I just want to add to it.
And we're not going to talk D-lineman the whole time.
I mean, we might, depending on how the Seahawks D-line does. This is O'Connell. Lots of time, airing it out down the sideline, and this one is intercepted. Josh Jobe bringing it back for Seattle. Well, they picked on him on the last series, and Jobe says, pick on this.
Look at all the guys with no pads on. That's excited. That's the starting defense right there.
That's what you need. That's the excitement, that everybody's
absolutely
looking for the next player to make the best play.
Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a team that's been in training camp starting to find their identity coming together. You see Josh Jobe right here, just staying on top of the receiver. Ball a little underthrown by Aiden O'Connell. Josh Jobe sat right there to take the football and did a great job running it back too, Mike B.
This is great position right here. You got to box the receiver out, become the receiver. When a DB becomes a receiver, that's the best.
It's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down in Seattle.
A little bit of a penalty, but it's okay.
Now, during the preseason, obviously this isn't an NFC championship game or anything. You as a defense and a team will take that penalty, right?
Yeah, you want to take that because it's like you want to see how much excitement when you see the starters on the people who are third string, second string. You see they're excited to see the other players make plays. That's saying a lot about your team, and it becomes advantageous for everybody to have their opportunities. And I think that's what makes a great team, is really just celebrating everybody.
And it's also showing Coach McDonald that they're bought in, right? I'm excited for my guys making plays because we believe in the philosophy.
Locke, we'll just throw this one away. He was getting pressured by the newest Raider, Thomas Booker, who was traded over from Philly earlier this week. Vegas sending Jacorian Bennett back to Philly. There's a former Stanford Cardinal. Got a Thomas Booker and a Tank Booker now on the defensive line.
Thomas and a Tank Booker, okay.
We also have a Tonka. I'm very excited about some of the names I might get to see.
Yeah, I know that's right.
The Seahawks with our lone score so far tonight. George Alani took it in from 25 yards out last Seahawks drive. And now it's Damian Martinez again, the rookie 7th round pick out of Miami. And he gets tied up very quickly by a guy who the Raiders are hoping he has a good season. Tyree Wilson.